So you're going to tell me the story about how you survived
The
colon cancer.
miraculous healing, they called it.
The miraculous healing.
Okay? No talking, babe. Anyway, so I owned a house on 46th off Sumner.
Uh-huh.
Right there, I bought a little house. Everything was going great.
Yeah.
Okay? Got sick. I feel now. I started feeling just sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker. I go to the doctor. They go, you're sick. You've got cancer. You got bone cancer. You have to come and take chemotherapy. And I'm like, what? I don't want to take any chemotherapy. But I took the chemotherapy. Your hair all falls out and you're sicker than a dog. So, like, I was wishing I was dead, you know? And I was like, how much longer of this, right? I was bald for 6 years. My hair didn't even grow back on the sides at all. It was horrible.
Damn.
It was just a terrible experience, and I was alone. I didn't even have a dog then.
Did you have your daughters at this time? Were they around?
My daughter had her husband and 2 babies. They bought their own. That's when they bought a house out on Johnson Creek.
Yeah.
They were busy, and my other daughter was an investment person.
Uh-huh.
And she was a single parent with her daughter. So, my kids, they're very busy people.
Yeah, they were grown up.
Yeah, they were grown
young,
up. Yeah, they were grown up, married, and all that. Okay.
Wow.
So the doctor said, listen, you're going to have to just accept the fact you're dying, Kristy. And I told him, I'm not dying. I said, I can't die. I mean, I got kids and everything. I can't die right now. I don't have time to die. And so I told him, I just bought a house. I can't stop now. And what happened was, I got sicker and sicker and sicker until I couldn't get out of bed anymore. I couldn't get out to take a bath. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't do anything. So go ahead and ask me what I did.
What'd you do?
I told my girlfriend Leanne that she had to go get some guys and come through the window. They need to come and lift me. Leanne couldn't do it. She was littler than you. I weighed 125 pounds. Put me in the bathtub. I needed a bath.
Yeah, right.
So they would come and feed and water me and stuff and stay the night. The 2 guys and her. And then they'd come like at least once or twice a week. Leanne got a job in the nursing home and couldn't come anymore. So I laid there for so long, nobody came to the window, that I almost died. Okay, so somebody came and said, are you alive in there? I told them, call the ambulance, I'm almost dead. They took me out to Portland and Venice, and they pumped me full of liquids, IVs, and they sent me back. Well, I did that 4 times. When the doctor said I was dying. I don't know who called my mother the monster, but somebody got a hold of my mother in there.
What was your mom's name?
Polly.
Polly, right. What'd you call her? I remember you saying. Polly Mae.
Let's see, I called her Polly by her first name.
Yeah.
But Devil Woman. No, but the kids called her GP, I don't know.
Okay.
I call her all kinds of names.
Yeah.
I said, I got to go to my mother's to get ready to die. And they go, are you dying? I said, I don't think so, but they say I am. Anyway, I got there. I only made it 4 days. And I got up to walk into my mother's house, which is about, just from there over to here, from the garage to the back door to the steps. I didn't make it. I fell down in the driveway, and I was out there for hours.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I was laying there. My mother didn't hear me or anything, so I just laid there, and she came out to go to work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and said, what the hell are you doing laying out here like that? And I said, Mom, I fell down at 10 o'clock this morning. I said, I've been out here waiting for you for hours.
Who's that? Are you kidding?
No thanks. No thanks. No food today. You're going to have to pass it to the next homeless one. So let's hurry up with the story.
Okay.
So,
yeah, how'd you?
I fell down, and my mom came out there to go to work, and my mom just grabbed me and threw me in her little pickup and said, I've got to be to work, and you're going to make me late. I'm dropping you off at Providence, Milwaukee emergency room, and don't bother calling me at work. I told her, Jesus Christ, Mom, I've been laying out here. I'm so weak and thirsty and everything. Can't you just pull in and give me a drink of water? No. My mother pulls up to the thing. She doesn't even go in the turnaround part. She goes up into the parking place, turns around the other way. She reaches across me and shoves the door open. Then she takes her foot and kicks me right out of the car on the asphalt and drives off and leaves me laying on the asphalt. The emergency room nurses all come screaming out there, "Oh my God, well, who is that? What happened to you?" I told them, "Oh, it's my mom. She doesn't want to be late for work. I'm dying. I need to come in to the hospital." They said, "Okay." They got a thing and took me in there. So what happened was I told them, "I feel like my uterus is trying to leave my body." They came back and said, "Listen, Kristy, don't pull any shit on us. We gave you pain medicine." I said, I didn't ask for any pain medicine. And they said, "There's something funny going on here." I said, "Like what?" And they said, "Well, you don't have any signs of cancer." I said, "What?" They said, "Wait a minute. We might have made a mistake in the blood work. We got to do this over again." So they go and they do the blood work over again. This time they're gone about 4 hours. 4 hours came by, and they said, "Oh my God, Kristy Skeie, we got to tell you something." I said, "What? What is it? Am I dying right now?" And they said, "No." They said, "There's nothing wrong with you, absolutely nothing." I said, "That can't be true." I said, "What did my oncologist say?" He said, "Yeah, you had full-blown cancer. He was sending you home to die at your mother's house." "Did you go to your mother's?" I said, "My mom's the one that booted me out here." And they said, "Well, you're not dying. There's nothing wrong with you." I said, "You got to be fucking shitting me. I've been sick for like 2 fucking years." They said, "No." And I said, "Well, if that's the case, pull that IV out of my arm. Call a fucking cab. I'm getting me a beer and a pack of cigarettes." Right? So they said, "Just a minute, we got to get the papers together." So before I left the hospital, they came with a video crew. And they said, "Kristy Skeie, we are a God organization hospital. We are calling you a Miraculous healing."
Wow.
And they said, "Would you mind if we take a video of you?" So what we all have the burning desire to do is see that video. You know, my daughter used to say to me, "Mom, come on, Mom. That didn't happen. Mom, you got to stop exaggerating." I told her, my daughter's a Christian. I said, "Nicole, your mom doesn't lie. I'm telling you that's what happened." Okay. Anyway, so what's my point? Oh,